It really is a global problem.
It really is. And
so
there's
what
a
do you
lot of
think
money
we can
to be
do?
made from it.
Yeah. What do you think we can do?
That's why they're afraid of actually taking care of people, you know?
That's scary. We vote for someone who is afraid to take care of us.
They're buying political influence. They're just buying our politicians.
Wait, so power belongs to people. We as people give it to the politicians, and politicians...
And who's buying our politicians?
You know, everybody should have the freedom to be who they want to be and do what they want to do, and not be forced by necessity to do something they don't want to do.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Creative Society TikTok show. Today I have my beautiful co-host Olga with me.
Hello!
Yeah, and today we have a very special guest all the way from Utah, Salt Lake City, Jeron.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you.
Jeron, tell us your location. Where are you?
I'm at the International Peace Gardens right now in Salt Lake City, Utah.
That's awesome. Really nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And tell us more about your background. What do you do?
I do a lot of different jobs. I don't really take pride in my work right now, but I just do like normal.
I'm like normal, working American.
Working American, that's right. I've done a lot of different jobs. Just regular bottom of the totem pole jobs. That's me for now.
We call it middle class hero. You don't say that way. You are the person that America should be stand for, but stands on the shoulders of heroes like yourself.
Right.
So today we have a set of some TikTok videos which recently got some pretty decent amount of views across different platforms, and we would like to watch them all together with you. For you, it might be the first time you're going to be watching them, or if you have seen them before, in case, just let us know and tell us what you think about it and what are your thoughts. And we want to, the ones you're going to be watching for the first time, we want to see your reaction to, like, are those facts shocking to you, or what do you think? Like, did you know that this happened in here, this happened in there, and sometimes even in different states, sometimes maybe even in your own state?
Yeah, and before we start on the first one, Jeron, tell us about how did you find out about the project Creative Society? How did you get involved? Like, tell us like a little bit of the story there.
You know, before I was involved with the Creative Society, I was involved with another group called the Humanity Party, and from there we weren't having a lot of luck really influencing society, so I branched out and I just started trying to influence people wherever I could. I moved to like the People's Party, which is a progressive political party that's trying to get going in America. And I tried to just influence them around they had a political economics circle of people that would just chat about economics. And so I was on that little circle, just chatting it up with those people. And then sometime during this, I found Carolina Streamwild in one of Andrew Yang's Facebook groups. and so from there, she posted about Creative Society, and so I checked out the project and looked into everything going on behind the scenes and the what was it?
Well, here you are.
And I watched the conference, United We Can. That was one of my favorite conferences. So here we are.
Awesome. So let's roll the first video from TikTok and we will get your reaction and then we'll talk more about it.
Okay.
All right.
Why is the existence of these camps around the world beneficial? What prevents this issue from being solved once and for all? The answer is obvious. Refugees are a business, shady business, where the goods are people. You are a commodity. Refugees are easy prey. They will not be sought. No one needs them. Neither the state from which they are fleeing, nor the host party.
It's a refugee crisis. You know, I wish it was a better business where, like, we actually had, like, if we gave them something that the Humanity Party calls a human e-card, and we put that in the hands of every refugee, that card will pay for their housing and their food and their medical, anything that they need to survive, and that would make them actually valuable to the businesses that would take care of them, rather than businesses that are just trying to make money themselves so that they can survive. You know, I don't think you'd have an organ selling business from people who aren't themselves trying to survive in some way. That just seems really cruel. You know?
And you know what? I just learned that there is 100 million of refugees in our world. So that's a huge number. That's not just like few sprinkled here and there. It really is a global problem.
It really is. And
so
there's
what
a
do you
lot of
think
money
we can
to be
do?
made from it.
Yeah. What do you think we can do?
It's as at the level of governments can solve that problem. If they would decide to fund the monetary resources to pay for helping those people. And that's, you know, like in America, we've got Section 8 housing and food stamps and these social programs that help some people, although they're a little bit restricted, rather than the way they should be, which is available to everyone. But if we made those kinds of programs available to everyone on planet Earth, and we just said, we're going to fund it 100% of anything you need, then the businesses can come and take the business of the people who need that, anything that, whatever they need provided for them. They can go and they can swipe a card at Walmart and get the food they need, or we could even have a program. This is one of my favorite ideas for a program. We can have all-you-can-eat buffets all over the world. You go.
Oh my God, sign me up! I want that.
You go into an all-you-can-eat buffet once a day, $15 a day. You swipe your card at that buffet, and you can eat whatever. Especially, you might have nutritional experts trying to make it so that it's actually healthy for the human body, but that's the point. If you're going to eat for free, it should be healthy food.
Yeah.
Because we need some kind of incentive to eat healthy, right?
Right.
It's actually a great idea. And we should be setting this kind of goals. Like, you know, when 20 or 30 years ago, they were talking about, oh, we're going to stop the fridges on frying gas, and we're going to fight the holes in ozone layer, and then we're going to suck out all the CO2 out of the atmosphere. I'm like, what are these guys talking about? But now we see so much money going towards those things. So I'm like, instead of sucking some molecules out of the air, maybe we could provide food. Yeah. And
yeah, it's a real deal. Hey, no more refugees. Let's provide food for everyone, good conditions, livable. Like, let's do that. Because the point you brought on is that we as a country, United States, we don't even have a goal that we're going towards. At least I don't know what that goal is. I don't know if you guys know what the goal is of United States.
Oh my gosh, it's raining there.
It's raining pretty hard right now.
Oh, nice.
My gosh. Okay,
so
Jeron,
what do you think the goal is of United States?
I'm thinking the goal of the United States right now is to spread democracy around the world, like at least it's been for the past like 20 years, but without no obvious reason. Like we don't even have it here in the US. So what are we spreading? And did we ask those people, do they even want it? Like, there was a hilarious thing, like when former president was answering questions and they asked him, oh, we got into Afghanistan, why do women still wear in their traditional clothes that's covering parts of the body? And he says, because they want. We asked them and they don't want to take it off. They used to wear it and they love it. Like, what are we supposed to do there? So maybe people want to live the way they want to live. And if you want to provide them better healthcare, better education, better food, yeah, then please do. But don't try to push your cultural values, which not everyone even agrees on in your own society, onto somebody else. This export of democracy just simply didn't work because it always comes with some side effects, I would say so, and usually to the economy and to the unity of countries which were affected by so-called spreading of democracy around the world. So it would be cool to actually have our assets, have our money working for the economy of the US, create a beautiful, thriving society here in the US, and show the example that it's possible, that self-governing society where people actually have freedom, not just delegate this vote once every 4 years because some pop star or Eminem says, oh, I voted, I have the sign. Yeah, that's great, but you give away your power to somebody else. How about you actually participate in decision making on local level, on city level, on state level, on governmental level? I still want to have contact with the officials who executing the power once I delegated them my voice to them. And technologies allow us to do that. So I would like.
What do you think the internal goal is for United States?
I think most people who are actually involved are in a bubble, right? And if you're a politician and you're serving the interests of some business people that are lobbying you and whining and dining you, they're going to say, well, we've got these resources to help with this problem. And you're like, okay, well, we're going to try to write this into a bill. Maybe we can stay. But they're not thinking big picture. They don't really understand. They're
in the country, we don't have a goal, right? Like, it used to be we're going to put man on the moon, and now, that goal was complete. So what's the next goal? Like, what are we doing? Are we going to provide the democracy here so everybody is fed, everyone is happy, everyone has, job that they love, and if they choose not to work, they're still taken care of? Like, what's the next goal?
Right, and I think what they're worried that if they take care of people, that they're not going to want to do the jobs that they currently have, because they're going to have to increase. They're going to have to make the working conditions better for people to even get them to want to work for them. So,
that's for sure.
And that's why they're afraid of actually taking care of people.
Oh God, that's scary. We vote for someone who is afraid to take care of us.
Right? Wow. That's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
And that's an insane society, the way that's set up.
Well, yeah, we need to change that for sure. We need to put the power back into hands of people because we're smart enough to make decisions that will benefit us.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's have a little bit more faith in the humanity, in the people themselves, and their ability to actually make decisions for themselves. Because everyone's like, "Oh, these people, they don't know." Well, people have been surviving, despite politicians, not thanks to politicians, but despite them for so many years. So let's actually go ahead and switch to our second video, watch it together, and see what are we thinking about this one.
Bulk of climate finance was allocated to renewable energy sources, mainly solar and wind power plants. 3.4 trillion was spent on this, but did it really help stabilize the climate? As we can see, no, the number of natural disasters continues to grow at an alarming rate, so these funds do not solve the problem. So what do? Perhaps they did help reduce growth of the CO2 amount. It turns out they didn't. CO2 keeps rising. So how does that work out? We've already spent $5 trillion on nothing.
Huge nothing burger out of trillions of dollars.
My God.
Nothing. And disincentivizing our, energy needs like their gasoline and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? Yesterday I talked to my friend and he's German and he has his daughter that lives in Germany. He lives here in the United States. And he said that her gas bill to just keep her house nice and warm or nice and cool is 1,800 euros. So it's like $2,000 a month. Mm-hmm. And I asked him, how can she afford that? And he said, well, I sent her money. I'm like, okay, so you send her money, she can afford it. But what about the rest of Germany? This crisis, the crisis that we're having right now, and there is no answer.
Wait, 2,000 euros? 1,800 euros?
A month.
A month? What is it? Is it like multi-story, multi-apartment complex?
No, probably just, little house.
Wow, that's insane.
The German dream.
I was talking to my friend from who lives in Switzerland, and it used to cost them about $1,000 to, like in francs, whatever the local currency is, to go through the winter with like regular heater that works on some fossil fuels, and that's a standard over there. And he said recently it came to 5,500. So it's gonna last you the winter, but it went from 1,000 to 5,500. Which is a lot, which is like for locals, even though Switzerland is a rich country, this is a lot. So locals started switching into the electric power and buying small heaters. And this is being banned officially now by the government because they don't want people to
too much CO2.
Not just that, yeah, but the power grid is not ready for so many electric devices. It's gonna consume a lot of electricity, and the power grid's not ready. They don't have that much electricity over there. So it looks like we're collapsing. We invested $5 trillion to collapse.
Oh yeah, I have some friends who own a company. It's called Tilted Green International, and they have a fuel additive that is highly concentrated. They can add just a couple drops to a couple drops to your fuel tank, and you'll get like another 5 to 10% fuel economy because it works as a catalyst and it gets rid of the harmful emissions that come out of your car. Most of them, about 60% or so. There's some, and if the government decided, hey, let's put this in every gas and put it in all the fuel around the country, then the gasoline industry would just lose, about 5% of their profits.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Da. Zašto se mi, na primjer, ponašamo ovako? Ali to je smiješno je to raditi. Ovdje potpisujemo sve vrste računa da pokušamo uhvatiti CO2 za koji znam da je 0,004 naše atmosfere. Dakle, čak i ako ga izvučete, to neće ništa promijeniti. To neće značiti da neće doći tornado, da se neće dogoditi klizište. Čini se da nam ništa to ne garantuje, ali kažu da to ima veze s klimatskim promjenama. Moje mišljenje o klimatskim promjenama je da sva voda jednostavno odlazi u oceane i da se kopno suši, a mi ne zaljevamo biljke, a naša politika štednje vode, mi ne doprinosimo prosperitetu biljnog svijeta na zemlji. I događa se sljedeće. Biljke ne zadržavaju vodu, vlagu, a sama voda ima vrlo visok toplinski kapacitet. Zato kada sunce obasja područje gdje ima puno vode ili mnogo biljaka, većinu vremena će biti stabilna temperatura. Ili ako živite u Kaliforniji, blizu ste oceana, vjerojatno imate stabilnije temperature između dana i noći, ljeta i zime, posebno u San Diegu. Ali suština je da ako živite u pustinji, dobivate ekstremne temperature. Ali ako pogledamo kartu svijeta, vidimo da se sve suši i postaje kao pustinja. Tako je. Jezero Med koje hrani više od polovine Kalifornije suši se. To je vidljivo na kartama. Ne znam da li ste vidjeli karte za 2017. i 2022. godinu. Postoje drastične radikalne promjene. Razgovarali smo sa ljudima koji također kažu da se unutra u zemlji dešava ogroman proces. Sve češće vidimo izvještaje o ogromnim pukotinama koje se pojavljuju u zemljenoj kori i nestanku čitavih jezera za nekoliko dana i sedmica. I znate, ono što ostaje na dnu jezera je samo mala rupa ili pukotina kroz koju je otišla sva voda. Ista stvar se sada dešava sa rezervoarima širom Europe. Da, suše se. Imaju super veliki problem sa nedostatkom vode u lokalnim rijekama. Postoji takozvano gladno kamenje. Na dnu rijeka postoji kamenje na koje kaže da ako ih vidite, onda znači nećete imati usjeve, počni da plačeš. Da plačeš. Da, veoma je tužno. Gubimo vodu. Imamo ljude koji nemaju pristup vodi. A onda rukovodioci poduzeća kažu da voda ne treba da pripada ljudima. Mora biti u vlasništvu korporacije. Jesmo li mi poludjeli? Je li ovo stvarni život ili cirkuska predstava? Moramo doći do vodenog lobija. Majka priroda mora da lobira za svoje interese, ne znam. Upravo tako. Ne. Mislim da bi Udruženje za mentalno zdravlje trebalo da lobira za poboljšanje mentalnog zdravlja ljudi kako bi im zapravo pokazalo da se vi, momci, morate udružiti i izgraditi društvo zasnovano na ljudskim vrijednostima, a ne na novcu. U suprotnom to jednostavno nećemo postići. Zar nije to očigledno? Ali ne znam, možda vidjet ćemo. U isto vrijeme vidimo čudne stvari, na primjer više uragana, više poplava, mnogo više stvari vezanih za ekstremne klimatske događaje kada negdje ima puno vode, a u isto vrijeme ne puni rijeke, rezervoare i jezera. Zar ovo nije nešto o čemu treba da razmišljamo? Ostavimo našim gledaocima da svoja razmišljanja podijele u odjeljku za komentare zašto se to događa. Što se nas tiče, predlažem da pređemo na fragment broj 3. Ljudi se nemilosrdno ubijaju i oporezuju. Vidite da se sve socijalne i sve druge beneficije smanjuju. Zašto? Jer ljudi su resurs, ništa više. Dok je u kreativnom društvu čovjek najvažnija i glavna jedinica. Razumijete, drugačije ne može biti. Tako bi trebalo da bude. I to je ono na čemu se zasniva ujedinjenje, udruživanje, kako bismo poboljšali kvalitet života svakog od nas, kako bismo svojim potomcima ostavili pravo nasljeđe. To je sloboda. Sloboda za koju su se ljudi oduvijek borili. Mislim da bi bilo sjajno kada ne bismo morali da plaćamo porez, ali možda postoji dobar razlog da imamo porez na... Ne, Jerone, ne, šta ti je? Nema dobrih razloga. Čekaj malo. Prilikom stvaranja kreativnog društva bilo bi lijepo uvesti porez na potrošnju luksuznih dobara koji bi se mijenjao svake godine i smanjivao na osnovu određenog algoritma koji podrazumijeva da trošimo manje javnih sredstava na osnovne potrebe ljudi. A to znači da će više ljudi biti zbrinuto. I neće nam trebati Generalno, to će podstaći kompanije da se fokusiraju na osnovne potrebe ljudi i učiniti ih profitabilnijim. A kada se ova tačka riješi, onda možemo smanjiti poreze. Volim ovaj prelazni period. Savršeno mi je logično to što si ti rekao. To je smisao u tome da se to ne radi revolucionarno, već evolutivno. Ne želimo praviti nagle poteze u velikim tranzicijama, jer što god da radimo moramo vidjeti prednosti, kako to poboljšava naše živote. I to je jedan od razloga zašto pričamo o samoupravi, jer ako se to ne desi, onda ćemo uvijek imati jednog lobistu koji će ući u ured sa gomilom prijedloga za vašeg političara i samo natjerati druge da plaćaju porez, a naša kompanija će iskoristiti rupu u kojoj ćemo registrovati drugu firmu offshore sa svojom intelektualnom svojinom i sve što dobijemo u vidu dobiti možemo prisvojiti kao da ovoj državi plaćamo intelektualnu svojinu. A to je upravo ono što većina američkih tehnoloških kompanija radi i ne samo one. To je glavni razlog zašto svi imaju kancelarije negdje u Europi, posebno u Irskoj, jer je ogromna rupa za izbjegavanje plaćanja poreza ovdje u SAD-u. Tako da mislim da nije problem postaviti dobar iznos, već učiniti poreze neizbježnim, jer trenutno skoro niko ne plaća porez od onih koji zaista ostvaruju ogromne profite kompanije poput najveće platforme e-trgovine, na primjer $500 milijarde prihoda. Ali od tog novca vlada ih pokušava natjerati da plate najmanje 15% kao kompanija, a oni, super, nisu mogli ni to da urade. Dakle, sada u posljednjem potpisanom zakonu, takozvanom zakonu o klimi, stoji da kompanije koje zarade više od $1 milijardu prihoda moraju da plate najmanje 15% poreza. I ja se pitam, čekaj, postoji li jedna kompanija koja zarađuje više od $1 milijardu? Ne postoji. A onda se pitam, da li ova prognoza inflacije koja će učiniti da 500 miliona sljedeće godine izgleda kao milijarda? To je nagovještaj koji pokušavam dati, tako nešto. Znate, kad bi ljudi pristali na to, ali mislim da ne bi trebalo proći neko vrijeme kada bismo mogli dobiti svjetski zakon o inflaciji koji ublažava inflaciju na proizvode koje proizvodite i čini tako da vaša kompanija mora proizvoditi i prodavati više robe na tržištu. Morate pridobiti posao ljudi da biste zaradili više novca umjesto da povećavate svoje cijene. Onda bi to bilo revolucionarno. Da, zapravo veoma je zanimljivo. Isti klimatski račun kaže da će svakome ko kupi novi električni automobil biti porez od $7.500. I znate što su automobilske kompanije odmah uradile? Podigli su cijenu svojih automobila za $8.000. Mislim, oni će zaraditi ovaj novac, ali vi ćete platiti još više. Za mene je to wow. To je prevara, to je prosto prevara. Ovo nije račun, to je prevara. I ovdje niko ne pobjeđuje. Naprimjer, ako pogledate svaki račun i ne znam zašto sada imaju toliki štrajk, jer izgleda kao da svake sedmice izlazi novi račun, ali ništa od ovoga mi ne koristi, ništa, niti za mene, niti za 300 plus miliona Amerikanaca koji žive ovdje. Zašto onda radimo ove račune? Jeron, što ti misliš? Šta se dešava? Pa, s obzirom na istraživanje koje je rađeno na ideji koja je prihvaćena, mislim da je Princeton uradio ovo istraživanje, ali nisam siguran. I tako, ako je postojala ideja koju je podržalo 0% ljudi, postojala je šansa od 30% da će proći. a da postoji politika koju podržava 100% ljudi, 30% bi bila šansa da bude usvojena. A zatim su napravili još jednu računicu i piše da postoji još jedan grafikon koji je za bogate i izuzetno bogate. Ako je vjerovatnoća da žele da nešto bude prihvaćeno 0%, onda je vjerojatnoća da će to biti prihvaćeno vrlo, vrlo mala. Ako postoji 100% šansa da žele da nešto bude prihvaćeno, onda će to biti prihvaćeno oko 80% vremena. Dakle, to je obrnuta piramida, zar ne? Da. Živimo u svijetu gdje je sve okrenuto naglavačke. Veoma je zanimljivo. Možda je to... Oni kupuju politički utjecaj. Oni samo kupuju naše političare. Čekaj, znači vlast pripada ljudima. Mi kao narod to prenosimo na političare i političari koji... Ko kupuje naše političare? Ko daje plaće ovim političarima? Ali ne možete kriviti ljude. Cijeli ovaj sistem treba da se prepravi na neki način. Treba nam novi ustav za narod. Da, Jeron govori o novom ustavu i o američkom snu. Htjela sam da ti postavim pitanje. Što je za tebe definicija američkog sna? Da li se to desilo u zadnjih par godina? Znate, moja ideja, možda je čak i san cijelog svijeta, da svaki čovjek ima slobodu da bude ono što želi i radi ono što želi i da ne bude prisiljen iz nužde da radi ono što ne želi. Da, to je ukratko. To je veoma duboko i od srca. Hvala ti na ovim riječima. Ovo je veoma dobar odgovor u smislu da rezonuje sa načinom na koji ga ja vidim. Ljudi ne bi trebali donositi odluke iz straha ili potrebe jer će izgubiti posao ili ostati bez šanse da prežive. Ali evo jednog pitanja. Kako mogu učiniti nešto dobro za svijet, za sebe, za društvo oko sebe? I kada bismo mogli stvoriti uslove da ljudi razmišljaju na taj način, to bi bila velika promjena. Da, možemo učiniti ovo kreativno društvo, a kreativno društvo je američki san o kojem se o svim ljudima koje se o svim ljudima brine. I u stvari život čovjeka je prioritet broj 1. Tako da mislim da je to dio koji nam svima nedostaje. Pokušavamo se fokusirati na novac, pokušavamo se fokusirati na proizvode, pokušavamo se fokusirati na profit, ali zaboravljamo da smo svi ljudi. I toliko je važno da se ujedinimo pod jednom idejom, gradnjom društva, oko ljudi, a ne oko nečeg ega, profita ili bilo kojeg drugog interesa. Zato se zalažem za kreativno društvo svaki dan. Svaki dan kreativno društvo. Mi radimo ovo. Mi jednostavno širimo informacije. Jeron, kako je tvoje mišljenje o kreativnom društvu kao formatu? Volim smjer kojim se ovo kreće i volim atmosferu oko toga. Ovo je veoma dobra atmosfera. Naravno, zato što su tu ljudi, zar ne? Niko nikoga ne izbacuje, jer svako učestvuje na način na koji želi. Znate, da se potrudi ili malo manje. Svi to radimo dobrovoljno i niko ne dolazi sa puno novca i ne govori nam šta da radimo. I to je ono što nas čini drugačijima. Mi smo samo ljudi sa strašću i nagonom za životom i ne plašimo se to pokazati i širiti poruku. U redu, veoma je dobro. Zaista se izdvaja od ostalih stvari. Jednostavno zato što ako želite da se uključite, možete samo podići telefon i djelovati. Više ne. Naravno, hvala vam puno i hvala što si bio u eteru. Znam da si sada u šetnji, da si prošao kroz kišu i sunce i sve to. Više ne pada kiša. Pa Jeron, koja je tvoja zadnja poruka za našu publiku? Šta ti je na umu, na srcu? Šta je to što bi želio za svijet? Pa znate, ja mislim da ako svi odvoje vrijeme da zamisle svijet u kojem svi želimo živjeti i da tome težimo svim srcem i dobrotom prema svim ljudima, onda mislim da to i možemo učiniti. Točno. Hvala što si danas bio s nama. Hvala što si podijelio svoje ideje, razmišljanja. Zaista duboke i prelijepe misli. Nadam se da će ljudi čuti tvoju poruku i da će ljudi uživati kada vide koliko je pošteno i kako je lakše biti pošten, iskren i samo živjeti onako kako želiš, na primjer promijeniti se iz podjele i nejedinstva u jedinstvo. To nije teško. To je tako jednostavno. Prestanite slušati one koji nas pokušavaju podijeliti i ujediniti kao ljude na univerzalnim vrijednostima, na stvarima koje nas sve ujedinjuju, bez obzira odakle dolazimo, bez obzira na boju naše kože, bez obzira na naša uvjerenja. Postoje stvari koje ujedinjuju sve ljude, a mi ih zovemo 8 temelja kreativnog društva. Ako niste čuli za njih, pogledajte ih na našoj web stranici creativesociety.com. I ako vam se sviđa i ako želite da prinesete stvaranju svijeta u kojem su ove vrijednosti glavne u našem društvu, kliknite na dugme pridruži se, a možda se i sretnemo u budućim epizodama. Da, naravno, posjetite creativesociety.com, kliknite na dugme pridruži se i možete nas pratiti na društvenim mrežama i hajde da postanete gosti bilo koje naše emisije. Mi radimo puno ovih stvari, svi smo mi volonteri, 180 zemalja. Mi to radimo i želimo da nam se pridruže svi koji su spremni izgraditi kreativno društvo, zato nam se pridružite. Vidimo se sljedeći put. Pozdrav!